It's Valentine Garcia, ready to take on another episode of Draw Dude. Today's guest is Jason Owens. Jason will be playing the guitar and modeling too for the Draw Dude.
And today I have a very special guest. He's a good friend of mine from Fresno, California. It's Jason Owens, and he'll be playing the guitar a little bit in the background, and he's also a model today. And I have another special guest, and hopefully I'll be able to get to him, and I'll introduce him in a minute when we get a chance. And what I'm going to show you today is basically caricatures, and what caricatures is it's a basic impression. And I can't really teach you. I can give you the tools to learn about it, and this is just one way to do it. There's many different ways. People take different approaches, and I'll show you, for example, one approach here is my friend Jim, and Jim Marquez was on the program, and he does a really good job, very good likeness. It's very important to get a good likeness, and Jason will be playing anytime that he feels good enough to. And there's a good caricature. And the most important thing, like I said, you want good likenesses. So here's a caricature of me by my friend Norlin, and he was on the show. And very good likeness, and you see it's very loose and a different approach, you know. So there's no real special way to do it, or no real fixed way that you could do caricatures. Now this is how I see myself as a caricature, and what we'll be showing you is differences, how to look at people and stuff like that. And here's a real quick caricature, more cartoon. What you want to do is make sure that, again, you get good likenesses, and you're not mean or spiteful or anything like that. It's a quick, funny cartoon, and I'll show you a couple other ones. My friend Steve and Jason Owens also did one. Here's one Jason Owens did of me, and here it goes like this. Pretty nice, if you can get a good close-up. And then here's one of my friend Steve did. So you notice there's no real set way to do this. So before we get into caricature and do all that stuff, first I'll show you basically how to draw what you see. And we're going to first start off with our skeleton model. And here you can see I did a caricature of my friend Jason Owens that's playing the guitar, our guest here today. And I see he's playing a little bit of basic rhythm and blues. That's good. So we'll start off with drawing what we see, and it's the same thing as I was saying. You just basically draw whatever you see. So we're going to draw the skeleton, and if you get a good close-up on the skeleton, this is the basis of how you see things. So just get the full structure first, the whole outside structure, and then what you do is you start coming in, and you start with the eyes there. People start in different places. You can start at the nose. We'll get into caricatures in a minute a little bit more, but this would help you to see the differences within people. And now what I do is, I invite you to draw along with me, and you don't have to draw exactly what I draw. You can draw whatever you'd like to draw, you know, draw from the skeleton if you like. And what I want to do is make this into a contest. So if you folks at home few folks at home would like to draw a caricature of me and send it in to Draw Dude, and you know the address. It's P.O. Box 80, 1985, Santa Clarita, California, 91380-1985. And yeah, I got to get out my business cards because I can never forget, I can never remember my own address. But anyway, yeah, if you draw a caricature of me and you see me enough on TV, we'll pick some of the best caricatures, and you can be on the program and show me what you think I look like, and then we'll have you on the program and you can win a little prize, and we'll see how many people like to draw caricatures. It's a fun, lighthearted thing, and in the Webster Dictionary it means to ridicule or make fun of, and I'll show you little differences and things that you can do to draw pretty good caricatures, and they're funny and lighthearted. So let's get back to our model, the skeleton. And like I said, you get the whole basic shape. And like right now what I'm doing is I'm just drawing what I see, basically. So we're looking at the skeleton and we're listening to Jason Owens play the guitar there, and nice music to draw to. And Jason Owens is also an artist as well as a teacher, so he's really got a full plate there. And we'll be drawing a caricature of him again, and what we'll do is we'll airbrush it a little bit, and I'll show you a little bit of different techniques on how to do things. And we're drawing the skeleton right now, and basically I got the whole structure in there, and I'm just may not be doing this exactly correctly, but you know, I'm trying to draw what I see, and it gets you warmed up to start to draw different shapes and different things to see. So there's the skeleton head right now, and what you can do at home, if you have one, you can draw from it, turn it several different ways. There are several different other approaches that you can take with this, and I'll show you. For instance, what you can do is grab a big piece of chalk, and so you don't get right in there, and we'll keep on drawing the skeleton. And I could see from my point of view, I'm getting the whole shape. From my point of view, you can see the skeleton looks like this. And I don't know if you can see this at home. This is kind of what it looks like. And I use yellow chalk so you can see it. And what I did is I got the whole shape first. Then you come back in, maybe with a different color, show some different variations, and you go back in, and grab the whole shape of it. It's coming back around, and you just play with it. Have a little bit of fun. And there's no rules really, just tools. So these are some tools that you can use. And what we'll do is after we draw this one, there's the back earlobe there, and we broke some chalk there. That's all right. Then we can come back with our pencil and do some like fine detailed work or something. And so draw those caricatures of me, and I'll show you some little secrets. If you've watched the show before, Jim drew a caricature of me, and like I said, Norland drew a caricature of me, and I'll have other artists on, and they'll probably draw some. It's just a fun thing to do, you know. Besides like other artwork, and caricature art is just a fun kind of a deal to do. So what we'll do is we'll get into caricature a little bit now, but first what we'll do is we'll change our models here first, and no, sit there. And what we'll do is I'll show you. These are two different separate models, and you can see I'm going to set them up. Here's the male model, and here's the female model. And we've had a model in here before, and what I want you to do, this is on the same lines of draw what you see. This would help you, and there's several different approaches that you can take this. First, what we'll do is I'll stand up, and you can draw the whole shape of the thing and get the basic shapes. Oh yeah, nice music to go with. So there's the head, and then there's the body. Goes down to the waist, and then there's the other bottom half of the body. And just draw basically what you see. And if you're drawing at home with me, if you can get a good shot of the models up there. Draw the bottom of the leg and the foot. Try and get the whole thing. I'm like getting pieces, but that's okay. You know, artists mess up too. And there's the hand. I'm kind of like rushing through this a little bit, but that's okay. There's several different approaches that you could take with this. There's also this approach where you grab the chalk again, I'll draw the female model, and that's one's to the right side of me. And you get the whole shape here first, and then you get the torso, and you get the waist area, the pelvic area, and you get the bottom half. Then you do the arms, make the arms come out. And we have some nice music here to draw to. That's really good. Then you get the legs, and then the other leg, and then the foot, and the other foot. And you can see it doesn't look like much, but once you come back in and you use maybe another chalk, like I said, there's several different approaches that you could take. And then you come back, you go through the body once, then you go through the body again. There's the bottom of the torso, and then there's the legs. And this is just a good thing to kind of warm up and help you to see what you're going to draw, or help you to warm up. And you get the other leg, and you can always put clothes on them afterwards. It'd be a good idea. You don't want people to run around naked, nude models and all. Okay, there's another approach you can do, or there's this approach. There's the real loose approach. What I'll do is I'll draw the male model, and I'll maybe turn him this way a little bit. So he's really looking kind of this way. You grab you just really make it loose, but you see, I still grab the whole thing. So we're like really making it loose and really trying to grab the whole thing. One arm comes out here, and even if you start off the stick figure, that's good. Like that, and you come down the stick figure. Then you go back up to the body again, and you go back. You get the general idea. These are good learning tools to help you to learn how to draw what you see. And like, you can manipulate these models into any shape or any form that you want, and then you can draw from it, and it'll help you to draw funny cartoons or whatever. So there's the whole body again. There's 3 different variations on how to draw what you see. So there's 3 very different approaches. And we'll be taking a break here pretty soon. And before we take a break, we'll leave those there. Before we take a break, I'll get more into caricatures. And what you do is you start off with the in-between man. And the in-between man is your basic Superman. And we've gone over this before, and there's several different approaches that you can try. Draw a box. Start off with a box, and then halfway in between the box, halfway is where the eyes generally start. So there's the eyes. And you can draw caricatures of your mom or your dad or your brother or your sister, or your teacher. I advise you not to do it while you're in class. I used to, and get in trouble a lot that way. So you start off with the eyes first, and then halfway in the box is the eyes. Then halfway from the eyes to the bottom of the box is where the nose generally starts, unless someone had a horrible accident or something like that. And then halfway in between the nose and the bottom there of the box again would be where the mouth starts. And this is nothing new. When I'm explaining to you, this goes back many, 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 many years. You know, back to the Renaissance period, and even before that, people like really showed how to break up a face and show different aspects. Okay, so in between the nose and the eyes is generally where the ears go. And then you have the cheekbones, and you come back down, you have the chin, and this is your basic generic man. And then what you do is you put this man up against any person that you see, and then you check the differences, like, and we'll go to that after we come back from a PSA, and we'll be doing that pretty soon. We'll check the differences with our model as he's playing the guitar, and I'll show you. So there's the neckline, and so we'll return right after these messages, so stay tuned.
I don't know, I'm missing something there.
This is New Guinea.
It's so powerful.
I don't see it.
I'm having an out-of-decade experience. I was walking and came upon a fountain which bore the sign, "Don't drink the water."
Do you get
the beggar
this?
carries a
Isn't it
sign saying, "I'm
fantastic?"
blind." What does this poem mean to me? It's like a collage of images.
Let's face it, not every cultural activity appeals to everyone.
Finding an oasis.
So we're giving you something everyone likes, a choice. That's why 23,000 arts and humanities groups are inviting you to find something you can get excited about. Just call for a free brochure about what's going on in your community.
I think I'm getting into this.
They're tuning up.
The arts and humanities, there's something in it for you. There's a lot going on in your community. For a free brochure on how to get involved, call our toll-free number.
We're the Sons of the San Joaquin.
And you're watching SCV TV.
Drugs is a price on top of a price. You pay for it with money. You pay for something you could have had. Then you pay for it out of your life.
Heroin will kill you and crack will bring you to your knees. And crack brought me to my knees.
I'm gonna stay with the program of recovery, and I'm not gonna give up. I'm just not gonna give up.
Hi, and welcome back to the show. We left off with the in-between man and our friend Jason, and now he's our model. So if you drawing with us at home, and the cameras will be on Jason every once in a while, really look at him. If you're drawing at home with us, really look at the differences, and I'll show you the differences within his face. And then we just don't poke fun at just other people. We poke fun at ourselves, so it's not a mean thing what we're doing here. So when I look at my friend Jason, and I've seen him for a while now, been talking to him and hanging out with him for a while, I usually generally start off with the nose, and I don't really like sketch anything, just a little bit, and then I look at his face, and I start with the nose, and it's a circle, and his nose kind of goes up in the air there a little bit. So it's not a bad thing, it's just the way he looks there. So I really exaggerate it a little bit, his nose is up like that a little bit. And he's playing really nice music. Now, if we really, really look, compare Jason to the in-between man and the nose, he's really got a short nose compared to the in-between man. So that's why I made it like that, okay? Now, compared to the in-between man and looking at Jason and going down to the lips area, in-between man has regular lips. Now, what do you see about Jason? The top lip is pretty good size. So what I would do, and we're going to airbrush this in, what I would do, give him a big top lip, and he's got a nice smile. So smile for us. Hey, that's very nice. So he's got a nice big top lip, and then he's got some nice teeth there. So I really make them really big because they look like, he's got related to Bugs Bunny there. And then he's got a good sized bottom lip compared to the in-between man, so it's bigger. And then he's almost got no chin or a little chin, so I'd give him a little chin. And he's got a nice smile, so we give him these smile marks on each side. So if you're drawing this at home, you know, really look at him, and this is only one interpretation of what he looks like. Now, if you look at his eyes now, what does he look like to you? Does he look like he's happy? Well, of course he looks like he's happy. Does he look like he's sad? Does he look like he's sleepy? Ah, there it is. He looks like he's kind of sleepy all the time. And why it is he's got this big, giant top eyelid. Compared to the in-between man, you would even stretch that out even a little bit more. And if you really look at me, if someone would get a tight close-up on me, I have really a lot of room in between my eyelid too. I kind of look sleepy, kind of, a little bit. So can you see that? So we'll go back to the model again. And then we give him the bottom eyelid. Basically, everyone has a top eyelid and a bottom eyelid. It just depends on how you place it, because the eyeball goes right in the center of that. So there's the eyeball right here, the eyeball, and then there's the top, and then the bottom. And after so much practice, you'll learn how to do this over and over again. So then after we go back to our model again, he's got little eyelids, because that's where the socket, that's the socket of the eyelid, of the eyes, right here. Here it is at the bottom here. This is what we're looking at right here. So there's a top lid that goes there and a bottom lid. Okay, and then we look at his eyes. They, like I said, they look sleepy kinda, but he's not really sleepy. He's sleepy, but he's not sleepy. You know what I mean? And he's got a nice smile, and then he's got these nice eyebrows that come up here like this. And a little forehead. Compared to the in-between man, he's got a little forehead. And he's got high cheekbones up here. If it comes down like this. And there, that's a pretty good impression of what my friend here looks like. I drew one earlier, and then if you want to make the hair there, the hair is really big. Kind of reminds me of Bob Big Boy. Kind of the hair is really big like that. And the ears, remember, they go on the side here. He's got a little ear. And as you're watching this program, even try and draw a caricature of me, and I'll show you a couple more hints. And you can enter that contest, and we'll just see how many different caricatures we can get. And see all the differences that people see in people. And it's really neat. It's kind of a neat thing, you know. And then what really makes Jason, and he always wears them, is his glasses. That's one characteristic of him. So it appears that his glasses are really big, so I'd give him big glasses. And his eyes are blue. If you're going to do blue eyes, we'll go over here. Blue eyes go something like this. Light eyes, light or green or hazel, go something like this. And if you have dark eyes like mine, they would go something like this. So you do. You see the differences? Dark eyes, light eyes. Yeah. So we'll go back to Jason again. We'll draw his nice light eyes. He's really playing some good music too. Good music to draw from. And that's a quick impression of what he looks like. And then we can throw the body in there. It's kind of neat because caricatures, you draw a big head with a little body, and it really tends to make it look really funny. And we'll throw the guitar in there. And we throw his fingers in there. And we just get a quick impression of what they are, just so you can see. Throw his other arm in there. And we try and get his other arm in there. Throw the guitar in there. Just so you can see some differences and stuff. You throw the guitar in there like that. Around here, the collar, it's black, darker, back here, within his mouth, right here. If you really like smile really big, you can see it's all the way dark in there, all the way dark. So that's what you do when you draw caricatures. And what we'll do, since we're at this juncture right here, we'll start airbrushing him. And this is what I do to add color, and it's really fast, and I haven't airbrushed on the program in a long time. And we need to clear out the gun here. Technical difficulties, but that's okay, and it'll be momentarily fixed. So we're starting to do this. And then there's another thing that you can use before you do the airbrushing. It's called a blending stump. You blend it all in together and makes it really look nice. And it's really just a neat thing to do when you know, you want to just maybe draw at a party or something. And I put everything in there. So we're going to finish this caricature, and like I said, I invite everyone to send in their impression of what they think I look like. It's always darker underneath the eyes here, inside the eye socket there, and the ears. I'd like to take a minute right now to really thank my special guest, Jason Owens, for appearing on the program. And I'd like to invite him back again sometime, if he would. Thank you very much, Jason, for being on the program.
Thanks for having me here.
Oh, great. Not a problem. Anytime. So you draw his, you paint his hands, and you get some blue for his eyes. And I'd like to thank you for joining us today on the program. And as we're cutting out, I'll keep on airbrushing and stuff, and I hope you join us next time for Draw Dude. Thank you very much for watching. Send those caricatures in. There'll be the address at the end of the program. Thank you. Good night.